Good. How about you?
Good.
Yes, sir.
What how frustrating was it to get here, go through the winter, and then have to have surgery so quickly at the beginning of spring ball?
Obviously, it was frustrating. You're starting off at a new place, trying to get your feet wet, and then you have a bump in the road thinking all the bumps are over. But with my teammates, Coach HOL, them supporting me, they made, especially since I was still transitioning, it made the transition a lot easier with them being there by my side. You know, just always keep reminding me it's a brighter side to the end of the tunnel, really.
Was that like right within a couple of practices that you found out that was the case? Or?
It was the second practice that I found out. Yes, sir.
Did you feel healthy like all through the winter, or was it something that had sort of been with you going back to USC?
It was something that we had both found out when I had got an MRI. It was something that, you know, none of us knew. I felt a tweak, and, you know, that's what it, you know, ended up having to get surgery.
What do you feel like you do well in the room that's maybe unique among the running?
You know, I feel like overall we all can do everything pretty well as a running back room. Time after time in practice, everybody's creating yards after contact. It's just not one person, it's everybody. Time after time, people are making people miss. It's everybody. So I feel like at this point, it's just, you know, it's time to put it out there and let everybody else see it. You know, it's been a question how the RBs are doing at Nebraska, but I feel like we have a pretty good room, and I think we're all just hungry and ready to show everybody what we're made of.
What do you think will be that separator in a room that is so tight? Like, you know, the coaches are looking for a number one. What do you think is that going to be that thing?
It comes down to being consistent day in and day out. Consistency, make sure you know your playbook, and, you know, because everybody can play. It's about consistency and showing up every day and day, and if you can put your best foot forward day in and day out.
How much did it hurt not being able to have those spring reps? Like, how big a deal was that for you coming in and trying to learn this?
Oh, it was a big deal because, like, when I first got here, I got hit with COVID, so I was already out for 2 weeks from the jump. And so then on the back end, you get back, you're starting to lift, you're getting ready for the team, like you're starting to build that chemistry. Boom, you go down again. So it hurt a lot because, you know, you want to get those reps, get used to the offense. But one thing that I really made sure I was mentally locked in while I was injured, so I'm getting those mental reps. I mean, like, not taking a rep off, basically just seeing what I would do in those situations and all that. And so that's where, you know, I felt like, yeah, it sucked, but I had to, you know, find another way to still get those reps mentally.
What was the injury that you had?
I can't really discuss that. Sorry, the actual injury. It was in my toe, really, yeah, sir.
When you were kind of looking at options, I guess when you left USC, I mean, how much of a factor was just offensive style to you and where you eventually were going to end up, and maybe how does Nebraska's offense fit what you do well?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you know, at USC, we throwing that. You know, we throwing it like they was throwing like 50 times a game, something like that, and then it was 3 rollbacks rotating, and it was probably getting 15 carries split up between 3 running backs. Here, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Nebraska was second in rushing in the Big Ten last year, and so that was the number one like thing to me. Like they made an emphasis on running the ball, and so to me that was like the biggest thing. And, you know, of course, like you said, the style of offense, they want to get that shit going downhill. So that, to me, that was like the biggest thing. Like, we're gonna keep punching and punching until they get tired, until they can't handle it no more. Yes, sir.
What were some of your highlights from the scrimmage last weekend?
The scrimmage. Oh shoot. Hey, Gabe went off. You see Gabe, you know, he's a great talent. Does everything pretty well, learns fast. My thing, I was happy for him when he broke like a, I don't know, 60, 50 yarder. It was kind of like messy up front, found a way, got through, and that's, you know, that was a highlight to me. Something they did in the O-line, obviously opening it up for him. So that was a highlight to me. He got through, broke 60, and shoot, that wins game. So I was happy for him.
It sounded like you were going to be limited a little bit coming into fall camp, but maybe things are going better. How do you feel right now?
I feel pretty good. I felt the limitation, it came down to me in my mind. Like, if I felt like I can go, I'm gonna go. Like, that's how I've been feeling all camp. The first day, I felt good, so I just went with it, and it's been going good ever since.
So consistency is kind of be probably the separator of who plays. You feel like we see 20 minutes once a week. You feel like you put in consistent reps?
I feel like all of us have put in consistent reps. It's going to come. I mean, like, it's really going to be. I feel like Coach Harold is in a good predicament as far as choosing who the lead back is, because I'm like, all of us are doing things very, very well, and so it's a good problem to have. So honestly, whoever he chooses best fits. I'm like, we all gonna show love to one another, no matter who gets the starting job. We're gonna be there for him regardless.
Have they given any indication to you guys if there's going to be a rotation or what that might look like? Some guys kind of in the mix?
No, sir, we haven't. I'm like, no indication of that. Just go, put our head down and work every day, and make like that. Outcome is the outcome, but we're going to support each other 100%.
How different is it, like this way Nebraska practices and kind of the culture here compared to maybe where you came from at USC?
Man. Like it's night and day different. I'm like, one day I was in 80-degree weather. Next day I came, it was like -20. Like it was. I'm from Indianapolis originally, but it's been a few years since I had to. The wind is crazy out here. That was one thing I didn't know. But as far as like my teammates, I feel like the style of play is very different. Like here it's more like gritty, hand in the dirt, smash bounce football. I see it was more, pretty. Like more. It was more flamboyant, I guess. In a way, yeah. So.
You like the do you have a preference of the style of play you like?
It was good to get my feet wet in the flamboyant stuff, but like I said, I'm used to hand in the dirt, smash bounce football. So that's kind of what I like. But I'm like getting the pretty boy flamboyant style. I'm like, yes, it helps in certain situations and stuff. Yeah, it definitely helped getting it. But I like this style better.
Anything else? Perfect. Thank you guys.
No problem.